Do you want to know step-by-step how to run Instagram ads? So in this video, I'm gonna show you some hacks to help your ads stand out, new strategies that are crushing it right now, and step-by-step how to set up these winning ads. And no, Instagram ads are not oversaturated. They can still work, but more on that later. When I'm working with a new or existing brand, it typically comes down to prep work on whether or not they see success. I was talking to a new clothing brand focused on empowering and motivating the next generation with epic videos of people doing parkour or extreme sports, right? So think like the Red Bull type content. He had the messaging down. The posts were kind of like micro blogs, like inside of the actual text of the Instagram post, it was like content that was like telling about like this person, their journey, and I would say the feat that they had just overcome or like had accomplished. But these types of posts about the content, and they were definitely motivating, but he was missing a key piece. He never showed the product. So it basically was a blog that had some content, but never actually showed the clothes, because the people doing the parkour or the crazy feat, they never wore the clothes. So that was part of it, right? But on Instagram Reels, they would see his one reel and then move on and keep scrolling. Maybe some would go to his profile, but all of the content looked like an extreme sports page. So they were kind of confused on like,
do I just watch this to be motivated if I'm into parkour or like into sports? Maybe. But if I want to do that, I could probably find something else.
This is typically backwards from what I see, where most people only post pictures of their clothes and never the lifestyle. Too much in the wrong direction, right? This guy posted too much lifestyle, and you go too much in the wrong direction on either side, you'll have similar results, which is no money. So once we fixed the videos, and at the end of the video, of the reel loop, he showed products and had a call to action, right? So it's like, it was more so motivating. It's like, hey, you can do this too. And then it showed the clothes, which were empowering people to take action. It's like, okay, if I like these things, then I'll like these clothes, and here's a call to action. And this drove more profile views and traffic to the site, and actually made him money. The prep work before the ads are simple. Focus on the 5-1. So he created organic content, which is great. He figured out all of those other things, and now he could put money behind it. But to make it easier for the ads and get everything prepped, there's really a framework to follow, right? It's the 5-1s. If you've watched any of our other content, we do talk about it, but I want to hit on it here too, right? Which is that you need to have one audience who you're going after, men or women, right? Be very specific. If you don't know if it's a guy or a girl, you don't know your audience. And yes, it could be unisex or whatever else, I don't care. I just need it to be one person. One person cannot be a man and a woman. It has to be one. So one message, who is that message to? One platform, where are you going to deliver this message, right? Facebook or Instagram, a blog post, podcast, YouTube, wherever. One offer. What is that offer to the audience? Is it a buy one, get one? Is it free shipping? Is it that you will always be certified or free trade or whatever it is? What is that offer to the marketplace? And then do that for 1 year. Longevity is what kills so many people's brands, because they will say, I'm gonna do this for 2 days or 2 months and then expect results versus the 1 year. And what you will see, if you really take a step back and you look at all the people who are successful, it's taken them decades. Now, I'm not saying you need to take decades. I am saying that think about it through a 12-month lens versus a 12-day lens. Tweak, change, update. Use Instagram organic as your testing grounds for the content that will work in the ads. Just like I mentioned in the previous story, he did all of that, and then he started to focus on the ads. And a couple of, I would say, hacks. All right, let's get into some hacks. Some things that are working right now are video carousels, and Reels are working extremely well as well. So Reels reach is actually down compared to video carousels. Nobody is doing video carousels, one, correctly or really at all, but it's getting pushed a lot, right? So carousels we scroll through, but you have the ability to do an image with a great thumbnail and then do a video, and then image and then a thumbnail and then an image and a thumbnail. It's like, you can not only do just images, but let's do some video there. Good storytelling always works. So it's hook, story, offer. So give a really good hook or thumbnail, tell a story, give an offer, right? You got an option here with your carousel. Those are two things that are working really, really well right now. Something else that's working really well is SEO on Instagram. Just kind of as a side note, you can type out what the picture or the video is like on your reel and say, this is a picture of a clothing brand that's based out of Texas, it's Christian clothing brand for millennials or for Gen X or whatever. And then you can shrink that text down to basically where nobody sees it, change the color, and like nobody will ever see it. But that text is giving Instagram the ability to see the text that's on there. So it's SEO or search engine optimization. description, or like allows it to be shown up in the discovery page. Because of that text, you don't have to show it, and so you can use that to reach even more people. So be using that hack, use that trick whenever you're creating reels or content. Using the right strategy is about 99% of the reason you'll see success with Instagram ads. So I was talking with a client of ours who wanted to scale their brand, probably you right now who's watching this video, right? They had some existing ads that were doing really well and were turned off because of stock. And instead of leaving the ads off, we just asked the client to buy more stock. He said that he hired us to help him grow his clothing brand with new ads, which was not true actually. He hired us to grow his brand. He didn't say,
you must grow my brand this way.
He just said, grow his brand. And maybe it's controversial, right? It made no sense to start new ads up when we had a few ads that were absolutely crushing it and getting consistent results. And so the client could look at us and say,
oh, you're not getting results out the gate.
Or
you just turned on my existing ad.
Both could be true. I would rather start ads that are already working and then go back to testing new content. So the strategy here is simple. Create content to give you a level of consistency and then improve on those and organically. But if you found winning with ads and it's just a stock issue and you're a streetwear brand or a boutique or whatever else, find those products and get them back in stock and turn those ads back on. Will it be as amazing as it was whenever it was on the first time? Probably not, but it will allow us some stabilization. One mistake that a lot of people make that is honestly super frustrating is making a bunch of changes to their ads. They do this. Maybe this is you, right? I'm not calling you out, but maybe this is you, helpful here. They wait 2 to 3 days and don't have results and then turn off their ads for a few days and go back to the drawing board and wonder what the heck was working when really the strategy never really played out. Having the right strategy is about letting the numbers tell the story for you. We like ads to spend for 3 to 5 days or the lifetime value of a customer, if you know that, or 1.5 times the AOV or average order value for an ad. So for example, if it runs for 5 days and the average order value is $50, then we could let it run for $75 or so for it to run on that one ad, and if it gets no sales, then turn it off. That's when you would turn it off. Not 2 to 3 days and spent $20, like dang, I didn't get a purchase. Well, it's the busiest time of the year, it's a sale period or it's a slow period, and you spent $20 and you're expecting a purchase from your product, not really gonna happen. But please be systematic with your process. It does no one any good for you to make arbitrary decisions based off of subjective opinion. And if you haven't yet, go get Triple Whale to track the accurate data across your business. There is a link in the description down below for like 15% off. Plus they have new plans where you can do it for like $100 or something. And so instead of paying $300 like before, you can spend like $100 and have access to Triple Whale and not have to guess. You actually have the real data of what's happening inside of your business versus guessing. So now let's set up these ads exactly how you should be in 2024 and beyond. But hold up just 1 second. I just wanted to say that if you are a clothing brand owner and want to jump into the specifics of your brand and how to grow it profitably online, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots, so go find a time in the link in the description down below, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we are over inside of Ads Manager, and I'm gonna jump around to a couple of different accounts, but I wanna give some guidance and some context for what we're gonna do here. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have Business Manager set up. So you go to business.facebook.com, set up your account, make sure you have a good Facebook page, all of those things. I just wanna clarify that you have done that. Then we wanna create a sales campaign, and something actually, and also I'll walk you through 2 campaigns here, because one of them we're testing out and it's actually been doing really well. It can work for Instagram, and Meta owns Facebook and Instagram, and then the Ads Manager, you can kind of do both at the same time, but let's just kind of go from this here. So you'd go ahead and hit create, you would hit sales, and then for this one, I wanna do the manual sales campaign. Go ahead and hit continue. And this is gonna run it as normal. What we'll do here is turn on Advantage Campaign Budget. You can stop and read this, but basically it allows the budget to be distributed across multiple different ad sets or multiple different like audiences, depending on how you set those up, or different creatives, versus just you selecting the budget old school back in 2014, 2015, what we used to do is set a budget per ad set and tell it, I want you to only spend 50 here and 40 here. The platform will choose the budget. You'll spend up to $25 a day, it tells me what's going on, budget scheduling. I'm not really worried about that. The budget scheduling is gonna be done automatically through Meta. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the ad set level. It's pushing for website and shop. It's mixed signals here. We're still going website. We've had some success. It says select website and shop, so we can send people where they think they're most likely to make a purchase, either to your website or shop on Facebook and Instagram. And Facebook and Instagram, definitely gonna do that. But select a commerce account to help improve better results. Okay, so we would do this. It's up to you, right? Whether or not you do it. Make sure your pixel's set up. Make sure that all of this is accurate. You're going for purchases. And then, like I said, you could do website or website and shop. It's completely up to you here. We have seen more success overall with website, but it's starting to take fold where website and shop is working a little bit better. If you follow this whole video exactly and you want to test website and shop, do that. Don't make a bunch of changes from what I'm saying in this video, because then you won't know which thing is actually working. So if you do website and shop, that's fine. Keep everything else the same. Or if you do website, keep that the same. But just make sure you're testing one thing at a time. I don't want you to do multiple things getting off the path here. So next thing is dynamic creative. Turn that on. Basically, you're going to see it on the ad level. It's going to allow us to do multiple ads at one time. It's a great way to test. And this makes sense if you are not one who's posting on Instagram or Facebook and just want to jump directly into ads and you want to test some things out. This is a great place to start. This next campaign that I'm going to talk to you about here in a second, if we already got some winning campaigns, post ID stuff, we can do something a little bit different. But for this is the best way that we know to test. And once you have something that wins, we can scale it up. It's actually really nice. It's scalable. We're not changing anything on the targeting. Age, gender, location is good. I'm leaving it wide open. So minimum age here, saying 18. We're actually, for this brand, it's like, okay, we're going for 25. Interesting that it's not really let me go any higher, but all languages, you could do English. I mean, I probably would do English just because sometimes people are in a different location and it does show to more people. You may be running an ad in English and it's not somebody who can understand English. So 25 to 64, 65 plus, we're good. And then I'm going after women, and then I'm leaving it wide open. Switch to original audience options. You can do that as well, at least for the time being. Go ahead and hit next. All right, I'm gonna make sure, and then I didn't talk about the labeling, but basically the campaign level, I just wanna do that as a top of the funnel, so TOF sometimes, and then label it with the ad set, so the ad set will be broad. I'll do the age and gender and location of the audience I'm targeting, and the ad will be based off of what's running for an ad right now, so we may change that up here as well. So I'm going to multiple advertisers recommended. You can read this. We do have it selected. We have seen better results with this versus not having it on. Primary text, headline, description, website URL, all things that have to be put in there. So we'll just put this as well. Go ahead, next. Okay, I don't want any calls, destination. Oh, this is for the shop if we do choose that. I would either send them to a collection or I would send them to the product pages, depending on what's actually happening. I would not send people to the home page unless it's very general, right? I want to send them farther into the funnel. Just makes more sense to do that. Okay, and then add media. I can add up to 3 images. Well, you can add more, but we're going to do 3 images. I'll do these more recent graphics here. And if you watch any of the channels, like these graphics work really well, so you can copy and paste for yourself. But all right, so you'd write primary text. Primary text is the text up at the top. I would use this text, add urgency, or describe what the ad is about. This also has a lot to do with SEO. I like to do short form and long form, so like 2 to 3 sentences max, and then longer copy if you can. So a primary text with short form and a primary text with longer form copy. And then headlines, again, something right here, 2 to 3 words. I did more than that, I did 5. You can add another headline. So we wanna do 3 graphics or 3 videos or 3 of a particular type. That's gonna be the testing that we do. And then 2 primary text, 2 headlines. That's gonna create a combination of ads. So we ended up doing 3 times 2 times 2 is 12 different types of ads right here. Setting a budget, it really just depends on what works for you, but 30 is kind of the minimum, 50 is kind of like the great starting place, and 100 is where I really like to be if you can be. And then obviously once we're profitable, we just scale that thing up, right? I'd love you to be spending thousands of dollars per day. Okay, scroll on down. Like I said, display link, you want to put that in there if you'd like. You can put libby'sboutique.net versus like the fall collection that it's showing you. The description, this is SEO friendly or search engine optimization. So like, using these words here will help find customers. So use that. Nobody really looks at it, but you can use it to describe what's actually in the image as well. So last thing you want to do is make sure that all of the app events, online events, everything like that are set up correctly. Make sure that you put in your triple whale URL parameters to make sure you can track everything accurately inside of triple whale, and then do a double check through across everything and then hit publish. The other ad I want to show you, and this one is an exciting one. This is an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. It's doing really well. Right now we got 6 purchases for 44 bucks, which is actually really good for this brand. Yesterday I had 28 for 22 bucks, killing it now. So the Advantage Plus shopping, just a little bit different. Let's talk through that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and click create here, and then I'm gonna walk you through it on the ad that's already launched to help you. So go ahead and hit sales, and then do Advantage Plus shopping campaign. You're gonna hit that, hit continue, and it is going to create a new ad set, and we'll walk you through all of this. So let me go ahead and show you one that has some real results for it right now. So Advantage Plus shopping campaign, you can label however you like, but basically the Advantage Plus shopping campaign is, I don't know, it's more AI like driven than anything. It finds, we've had success with it in the past. It was getting dumber and then it got smarter, but basically it's beginning to learn really, really well at a higher budget. Now at a lower budget, I think it could do well too, but we did start this one off at a $600 a day budget, and we had been running campaigns before. Do I think Advantage Plus could work for you if you had a lower budget or just starting out? Probably, but I just haven't seen it as much. So worth something to test out, okay? So anyway, let's see the setup here. So right now, we just have it labeled as Advantage Plus shopping. There is no specific categories. We do have it as just website, probably could test website and shop. It is broad, and we are letting Facebook do all of the targeting, right? So no location exclusions are set for this ad. All right, so this is all of the, when was the last time we did it? So yeah, our full customer list, we're excluding those because we're really wanting to go after new customer acquisition. It says we can increase the daily budget to 1,000 without re-entering the learning phase. You're gonna start seeing this a lot, which is pretty cool. As you start to get consistency with some ads, like you start to get purchases, it will start saying, hey, you can increase budget by this much. And it's pretty cool because we've actually seen some success here. So we're at $600 a day now. It's doing well. Sure, I may jump it to 1,000 if we're doing it that well. It's well more than profitable for us. So scroll on down, budget scheduling, there's not much there available. Create an Advantage Plus catalog ad. We did work on that. There's no suggested for the ads here, but basically it's doing everything for us. There's not much to do. We did exclude past customers, and let me show you here. We're a 7-day click, 1-day view, just to keep everything consistent within the campaign. And the 7-day click, 1-day view is really an optimization window as much as a data window as well. So the 7 days gives us more time to do so. 1 day is faster, but a faster optimization, less data. So something we're testing out. Again, the website and shop, also something we're testing out. But anyway, this is set up right now. It's doing really well. And then we can go to the ad level, which has all of these different post IDs. So it's no longer, it's just like your normal ad. So we took the post IDs and put them in here, and then we put a catalog in here as well. So like we have post IDs and catalogs all in one spot. We have another post ID with a different type of ad, and then after after a certain period of time, we'll just get rid of them. So let's look here at the ad level, which ones are actually doing well. Actually, they're all doing well. This one right down here actually has got 8. Let's do maximum. How long has it been going? Cool, all the ads are actually doing decent. This one's got 12 purchases for 14. They're all within range. It's really this one right here that's not doing as good, but everything else, and it's got the most budget, but everything else is like good. So anyway, this is set up just like a normal ad. You grab your post ID. You can grab that from the DCT campaign. You could grab that from just setting up a regular post ID. If you have something organic, you could grab that and put it inside of here as well, and then you could actually run these. But what's cool here, like I said, we're doing a catalog ad, we're doing post IDs, and then we'll run 6 to 10 ads at one time, and then once one starts to win over the others, we'll turn the ones that are not working off and then add in new ones. And then that's why your DCT campaign is a great campaign to run alongside this, so that you can test out ads and then compete those to have the post IDs that go inside of here as well. That is what I would be doing for Instagram ads right now. If you guys have questions, just drop them down below. But Instagram ads can change your business and your life. I know it has for me, I know it has for our clients, so I know it can for you as well. But the ad setup is only one piece of the much bigger picture. The most important piece for a successful Instagram ad is the creative strategy. So go watch what makes a good ad creative for your brand right here. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time. P.S. Make sure you subscribe.